Hey, what's up guys? It is Rob from Movie Review Time, and I am back with another list video. It's not going to be a top 10 or anything like that. It's going to be kind of different. I was going through my collection and I'm like, wouldn't it be cool to make a video on movies that had shocking endings? At least to me. Endings that you'll never forget. Endings that, it might be a subtle shock or a huge shock. Just something that will, when you look at the movie, you're like, oh my God. That's the movie that had that. I thought it'd be cool to kind of pick out certain movies that have that. I have two huge stacks of movies here. I also have a list of 4 movies that I don't have up here, but I'll leave those for the end. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about these because I have a lot. This is just my opinion, okay? You may not feel the same way about the endings, but for me, this is how I look at this movie, like with a shocking ending. So, the first one, I'm sorry, when this ending happened, a certain person chops another person's head off at the end. Everyone clapped in the theater. It was an awesome experience. It was amazing, and it is H2O when Jamie Lee Curtis, chops off Michael Myers' head at the end. It was amazing. It was a great end to the series, in my opinion. And then they made Halloween Resurrection, and they tried to come up with some clever idea how Michael was still alive and that he went undercover as a paramedic. And it's like, come on, like this was the perfect ending. Perfect. H2O. That's the first one. The next one is, this is a scenario that I never thought would ever happen, even though people wanted it. And I saw this movie in the theater, and when this ending came up, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be epic if this happens. Jason Goes to Hell. When Freddy's glove pops out of the dirt at the end and pulls Jason's mask down, everyone in the theater was like, oh my God. Could this be happening? Could Freddy finally be facing off against Jason? And it was going to happen. And it did happen. Freddy versus Jason. But at this time, that was amazing. A lot of people don't care for this film. I actually think this movie is underrated. I like this film a lot. But when that ending, when you see Freddy's glove, I'm like, this was worth it. This was worth the admission ticket. It was worth it. So, Jason Goes to Hell with that Freddy glove scenario. The next one's kind of, I want to say it's kind of a subtle shock, but in a way it kind of goes back to the first movie a little bit. And it is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. When, Danielle Harris, she basically plays the role of young Michael. She's basically cursed, or she gets possessed by Michael, and she kills her stepmother, or foster mother, whatever. And, she has the clown costume on, and, Donald Pleasance is like, no! When that happens, it was a shock. I did not expect that to happen. After she touches Michael's hand before he gets shot into that well, she gets affected. And then in Halloween 5, of course, she's a mute. She didn't have to say one damn thing in that movie, really. But at the end of this one, I was not expecting that to happen. I was not expecting her to, like, all of a sudden kill somebody and pretty much go in the same footsteps as Michael did in the first movie. So it was a little bit shocking. Halloween 4. This one was definitely shocking the first time around when you see it. And it is Friday the 13th, the very first movie. At the end, when you find out that, the killer is Jason's mother. And, because at this time, Jason was just a story about a kid. You didn't know anything about Jason going around killing anybody because this is the first movie. But when you find out who's been killing people and you see that it's this lady, you're just like, what? This really? Like, that was kind of shocking in itself. But then who can forget the scene where she gets her head cut off? Reminiscent of H2O, just like H2O. Mrs. Voorhees gets her head chopped off with a machete. and that's when Jason gets his revenge, you know? There are a lot of shocking things about this movie, but then there's Adrienne King, who gets pulled under by Jason in the lake. That was the most shocking. I don't don't see how anybody would have even prepared themselves for that, like even knew that that was coming when he comes up out of the lake and pulls her down. And it's kind of like in slow motion. Man, we didn't find any boy, and he's still there. I mean, that's shocking till this day. It really is. There's a lot of shocking moments in the first Friday the 13th. Of course, everyone knows this shocking moment. The Empire Strikes Back, when Vader pretty much reveals that he is Luke's father. No! That's impossible! Search your feelings, you know it to be true. No! No! And then in Last Jedi, he fucking throws that saber over his shoulder like it didn't mean nothing. Empire Strikes Back, pretty shocking moment in movie history. Next one is Planet of the Apes, Charlton Heston. When they find out that they are on Earth at the end with the, you know, the Statue of Liberty. Pretty shocking moment. No one saw that coming because they don't even really give any clues to that until that moment. I mean, it's like all the way, the whole movie, you're thinking like, where the hell are they? Pretty shocking. I mean, till this day, it still gets me. Damn good movie. Next is Sleepaway Camp. When you find out that Angela's really a dude. Angela, I got something you're gonna like real good. Oh my God. Anyway, that ending scene, first of all, finding out that she's doing all the killing, but the fact that she's a boy and she's at the end going and you can see the dick hanging. It's funny at the same time, but it's shocking. I don't know. Sleepaway Camp, they really go far with this movie, and like in the movie they really go overboard with a lot of stuff. Next one to mention is Pandorum. Pretty shocking ending. Ending that I didn't see coming. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, actually. Dennis Quaid, Ben Foster, really good movie with a pretty good shocking ending. Another one is Orphan, when you find out that Esther is actually an older woman, but she has some kind of disease that makes her look look little and young. But when she starts taking off her bands and like takes out her teeth and like, that really shocked me. I did not expect that at all. When that happened, I'm like, wait a minute. Because through the whole movie, you think she's this little girl. And then it's almost like she matures. Isabel Fuhrman, that's who played her. She did a fantastic job as Esther. Like, really. She, as a kid, and then acting like she's a mature woman. That was just amazing. That's another shocking ending I didn't see coming. The Gift with Jason Bateman, probably one of my favorite Jason Bateman films because he actually is serious in this movie. Rebecca Hall, Joe Edgerton. Pretty shocking ending here. Throughout the whole movie, they kind of build up to this one thing that happens at the end. But yeah, pretty good ending there. The Visit, a lot of people don't care for this movie. I thought it was a really cool ending, knowing that the grandparents were not the actual grandparents of these kids. And these kids never seen the grandparents before. And so I thought it was fitting, but it was kind of, I didn't see it coming because I'm like, you know, through the whole movie you're thinking these grandparents are the grandparents and they're just crazy. But they're actually not. So I thought that was pretty shocking. It might be a subtle shock. Wow. Talk about shocking. Not knowing that this is in the same universe as Unbreakable. When David Dunn shows up at the end, Mr. Glass. Oh my God. It's Unbreakable. They're playing the Unbreakable music. James McAvoy, the next movie is called Glass. I cannot wait. This was a fantastic movie. I mean, oh my God, so good. Very, very cool ending. This would probably be on most people's lists because the first time around, I don't think anybody saw this coming. The Sixth Sense, where Bruce Willis is basically a ghost. The first time around, I just don't see how people could even pick it up. There are signs that he was a ghost. I mean, if you pick up the signs, you might be able to figure it out, but they were very, very subtle signs that you just, you know, that's it. You just get a little hint, like, you know, how the fact that Bruce Willis was trying, you know, how he never talked to anybody else around him but Haley Joel Osment. So there's little things like that that you have to pick up on, but The Sixth Sense did it very, very well. Another one would be Unbreakable, where you find out, you know, the ending, I want to say it's like a subtle shock, but you find out that Samuel Jackson is actually the one who caused the train accident and so many other accidents, trying to find his significant other on the other end of the spectrum, which was Bruce Willis. So it was a pretty, it was a subtle shock, but yeah, he had a motive behind him. So the next one is kind of a subtle shock, but it scared the shit out of me. It still does today. The Rage Carrie 2. At the end, you know, she dies in this movie, and the boyfriend is sitting there in this room, and all of a sudden he looks over, and it's like he's imagining this, but she comes through this window, and she starts to kiss him like he misses her, and it's kind of like this romantic moment. All of a sudden she looks at him, all of a sudden she's like, ah, like this, and she just like falls apart, and he's like, ah, like this, and then after that he's like looking in the mirror kind of sweating, and there's a picture of her. That ending gets me every time. It's creepy as hell. And it's not even, it doesn't even, this is not a creepy movie. This is not scary whatsoever, but that ending is fucking crazy. Just that little bitty thing that happens. The Shining, shocking ending, even though I don't understand it. People have tried to explain the ending. With Jack Nicholson had been there all this time in that photo. I still don't understand it. And a lot of people I don't think do either. They just try to come up with theories, and I just don't know. I mean, I don't know what to think of it, even though it was shocking. The whole movie's shocking. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Definitely a shocking movie. At the end, when you know, is John Goodman, is he crazy or is he not crazy? Is he telling the truth that there's an alien invasion? You know, she goes out and she breathes the air. Like, why is the air fine? And then she sees an alien. This movie goes back and forth. It really goes back and forth with your mind, trying to like make you crazy, pretty much. But definitely a shocking ending. The Ring, definitely a shocking ending there. You know, with the guy who, when she actually comes to the TV and stuff, you know, have you seen the tape? Did you make the copy? Oh, you have to make the copy yourself. Definitely had a pretty shocking ending, I would say. It might have been like a subtle shock. The Mist, very, very shocking. I did not expect Thomas Jane, the Punisher, to kill his son and then all the people in the car. And then when he gets out wanting to kill himself or the creatures to kill him, all of a sudden here comes the military. If he would have just waited 5 more seconds, that military would have showed up. All those people would have been saved. But then again, how would you know that? You don't know. That's what makes it shocking. And he starts to cry and stuff like that. He just killed all those people moments before they would have been rescued. Pretty shocking, I would say. Damn good movie. King Kong, 1976, with Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges. What shocked me about this was the ending. King Kong always falling off the Empire State Building is something that, you know, I guess could be shocking to most people. This one really got me because he was on the 2 towers, I believe. They're the Twin Towers. And he, you know, he gets gunned down. I mean, the ending to this is shocking. It's bloody. They start you know, gunning him down. There's blood going everywhere, and he falls. I don't know. It's just really shocking, this ending. Compared to like the Peter Jackson one and stuff, it's very, very shocking. Annihilation, I thought had a good shocking ending. I wasn't expecting, you know, Natalie Portman to kind of be like Oscar Isaac in a way. Even though earlier on in the third act, you kind of get the hint that she's maybe different, but she's really different at the very, very end. So it was kind of weird, but maybe a subtle shock. The butterfly effect is all out shocking. There's so many scenarios in this with Ashton Kutcher reading his journal and trying to teleport to this other place, making his life better, or making it worse, or making it even more worse, or making it better than it was. You know, this whole movie is shocking to me. This is one of my favorite Ashton Kutcher films. What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford. It was shocking to see that Harrison Ford was a villain in this, and to see what happens with him. I really liked it. Human Centipede 2, definitely a shocking ending. This whole movie's fucked up. It's all fucked. This movie is worse. I mean, this is more intense than the first and third movie. Frailty, definitely a shocking ending when you find out, you know, who is the God's Hand Killer. Are you a demon? Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. Love you, man. Cape Fear with that ending where Robert De Niro's tied to that thing on the boat and he gets, you know, he's starting to sink and he's like, Nick Nolte going, I'm gonna fucking kill you. A pretty shocking ending. It's got great music too. That's what really makes the ending awesome. So I would say that's a pretty good one. The Descent. Shocking ending. I'm not talking about the one where she's in the car. She gets out of the cave and she gets in the car. She sees her friend Juno as a ghost. And it ends there. I'm talking about the ending where she gets out and she gets in the car. Or she gets out and she thinks she gets out, but she's actually in the cave still. And she's kind of like looking at her dead daughter pretty much. And she's in the cave and all of a sudden all these creatures start coming. Like she's imagining herself getting out. I love that ending. It shocked me. I mean, because it really tricks you there. So The Descent, awesome movie, awesome ending. Old Yeller was shocking to me. Oh, it still is to this day. Probably scarred me. It was shocking to see, you know, Travis shoot Old Yeller. Very, very sad, but pretty shocking for a kid to watch at that time. The Good Son, kind of a shocking ending where the mother actually drops her only son to save, I think it was her nephew, right? I think it was her nephew, Elijah Wood. Basically, Macaulay Culkin is her son, and she drops him. She has them both off the cliff like this. She ends up letting him go, her only son, to save Elijah Wood, who's not her son. I thought that was pretty shocking. Even though a lot of the bad stuff he did, she still chose to let her son go. Pretty shocking. Blair Witch Project, we all know this is a shocking ending. I thought so ever since I saw it in the theater. Excellent film. Definitely a shocking ending. Get Out, definitely had a pretty cool third act. Definitely shocking. A shocking ending with the whole brain surgery thing and all that. Definitely cool. As Above, So Below. Pretty crazy ending. Didn't see it coming. Where, you know, you come up above ground and everything's fine. Like you go down to go up. It's just, it's so weird. Interstellar, definitely shocking as far as the ending goes. Drag Me to Hell, when she gets dragged under the train tracks. Dragged to Hell, I mean, that was crazy. That's a shocking, I didn't see that one coming at all. Shutter Island, another one that's shocking. Crazy stuff throughout that movie. The Others, another shocking one to find out that they're actually ghosts. Definitely crazy. Really quick, I want to mention before this video's over, ones that I didn't have up here is The Abyss. The Abyss, definitely one. Avengers Infinity War. I did not expect the ending to go like that. Even though people said they were going to die, I did not expect him to snap his fingers and everyone starts turning to dust. Crazy, crazy ending. The first Saw movie, very unique film. Very, very shocked with that ending. And The Village. M. Night Shyamalan, The Village. Shocking but stupid. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.